Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Catch Up. And today we're talking fitness. What are some great morning workouts? How to get awesome packs and much more. Then we'll dive into sports. Why isn't Brown and the Lakers going to the playoffs? Who will make it out of the East? And will the Warriors go on a three-peat? And then finally, the issue of the day. Let's get it.
I'ma do this without no hands. Flexing on them, do my money dance. Watch me do this without no hands. Watch me do this without no hands.
All right, we're back. And now for the quote of the day. It is better to fail in originality than to succeed in imitation. What do you think that means, guys?
Well, personally, I think there's no such thing as failing at originality. If you're trying to be original and do something that no one else has ever done before, that's a win in my book. That being said, if you try to do something that someone else has already done before the exact same way without improving it, then what are you really contributing at all,
Nothing.
I think Patrick basically just described that perfectly. Basically the lesson we all know: just always be yourself. Don't ever be afraid to be who you are. And everything, like your life, everything will turn out the way it's supposed to be. So that's what it means to me.
In the day and age of social media, I feel like everyone goes viral off of doing what other people have already done. But I feel like you will be the most successful when you just do you. Then people will want to follow you.
Well, it is kind of hard to find a middle ground because a way people progress is by standing on the shoulders of giants. The predecessors build a path for us to succeed. And so, of course, people do have to take a little inspiration from people in the past. But as long as you're, taking what's already been done and doing it, like one-upping it, doing better, but still staying true to yourself, then more power to you.
Also, too, with what Aaron said about social media is like we all see like people living like these, like what they portray to us, like these glorious lives, and it can mess up like our expectations or what we think success looks like if we try too hard to follow what exactly the blueprint or it be like those people and imitate those people. So yeah, just again be yourself. Don't worry about all that. Just live your life.
All right. I think we're all in agreement here. No one wants to be a fake. You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm sorry.
Just don't go get me getting. Just don't get me sick now, okay?
I know, I'm so
Then I'll have a problem.
I'm so sorry. Okay, anyways. All right, guys. Now let's keep it moving. We're going to dive right into fitness. What are some good morning workouts, guys? Something you like to do?
Other than eating a couple burritos, I like to get a good run in every once in a while. Sweat it out and get the legs moving. I sit down a lot, on my job, so it's good to get your legs moving.
I think also too, like stretching is another big thing. Like as soon as you get up, stretch. That's like that can be overlooked. You know what I'm saying, for the more muscular and building stuff. So like stretching is definitely also another good thing to do in the morning when you wake up.
I like to start with a light, healthy breakfast, something like eggs and fruit, maybe a piece of toast. I just had a baby a couple months ago, so I'm just now getting back into the fitness world. I like to do like a 15 to 20 minute workout. Some crunches are great, walking in place, anything to get that heart rate up, guys. What would you say would help get those pecs together? 'Cause I need to get my abs right.
I'm gonna get like a nice tight man boob, like pecs.
Yes.
Whatever, that when you bring that bar down, I don't know the name of it. I think it's some kind of lat press or something of that sort. It's probably pretty good for that.
Yeah, I wouldn't know too much. I wouldn't know too
Maybe
much
some
about that.
jazzercise. I'm not really sure what they do there, but I'm sure they.
Jazzercise?
Yeah, they probably do something with the pecs there, I imagine.
Where's that at?
I don't know, but I've heard good things from like
Like dancing?
older moms.
You mean like dancing?
Yeah, specifically jazzercise, but yeah, dancing
As
too.
seen on TV.
As seen on TV, exactly.
Okay, guys.
I don't think we have the commercial here right now that we could point to, but like you know the people who like They're in the leotards and they
they dance.
the Jazz.
Okay. So we're gonna move on to sports, guys. So let's talk Bron and the Lakers' future. Why aren't they going to the playoffs?
Doesn't have enough help. When it comes down to it, it's LeBron and not really anybody else. No, they've got a couple good young players, but they're young. They definitely aren't championship caliber, let alone playoff caliber, obviously, as we've seen. But LeBron's also missed a lot of games, and that's contributed to a lot of losses for the Lakers. So, I mean, that's why they're not in the A seed right now. They could be in the A seed if LeBron didn't miss all those games.
What do you think?
I think pretty much is what Packers said. That and like just the way the roster was put together from the beginning was kind of just didn't make sense for what LeBron likes to do.
So who do you guys think will make it out of the East?
Bucks.
Okay.
Bucks are, the front runner easily. Got the MVP. One of the deepest teams in the East I could see.
I think I want to say Bucks, but it's like I'm afraid of them letting me down, like just choking. Like, you know what I mean? Like I could see them getting to like the Eastern Conference Finals, and then like choking from me.
If not the Bucks, then who though? Exactly.
You see, but that's the thing though. Like with them, it's like they should get there, but it's like you know how it goes sometimes. Like sometimes teams.
No, I don't know. What are you trying to say right now?
I'm saying sometimes teams just they fold. Like they don't have enough heart to make. Like they got all the pieces.
Like they get so far, then they just drop the ball.
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
Like get tired.
They got everything that they need to get there, and they should get there. But
those teams don't have 24-year-old Giannis,
that's true.
Okay.
who's MVP caliber, 60-win team Bucks.
Exactly. But I'm saying we've seen teams that was clearly better or clearly the best lose. That's all I'm saying. And like I haven't seen.
What matchup though in the East favors them over the Bucks though? I can't think of one matchup where the Bucks wouldn't be the favorite.
I'm not saying this. I'm not saying like I'm saying they would probably be the favorite in every matchup. I'm saying that still is that potential of like Giannis not delivering, so young, ain't really been there, before like that. And like when you come up against people that's more experienced, sometimes no matter how much better you are.
I don't know. I mean, I'm hearing a lot of hearsay like, oh, maybe they won't be ready. Maybe they're not good enough.
Like,
They're the best record, best team, best player. They're the best.
In the regular season, we all know the playoffs is totally different.
Giannis has been in the playoffs before. Have they gotten past the first round? No. Now we have the coach of the year, coaching the MVP, coaching the best team, the best record. And Mike Budenholzer, he's been to the playoffs before. He knows what it's like to get past the first round. He's been there. He's done that. And he's hungry for the finals because he hasn't been there yet. But you know what? This is the year.
All right. And now to move on to the final issue of the day. There is a big issue in our community about high school dropouts. Why are there so many high school dropouts in poor communities? And what can we do to decrease the level of dropouts in the Milwaukee community?
That's a really tough question and a tough subject, really. I've known a handful of people who have dropped out to make money to get a job, Some people who come from rougher upbringings, sometimes they have to become the adult in their household and they have to grow up a little quicker than everyone else. Sometimes that means leaving high school early. It's important to know that not everyone who leaves high school early is a failure, A lot of people who are able to move into a trade right away and make good money, they're very, very important to our economy and our social structure, and you can't overlook those people. That being said, a high school diploma can get you really far, so how to help those households is really hard for me to answer, but there's a lot of people who drop out that don't fall into that category though, and a lot of times that comes down to a good guidance counselor. If you need a guidance counselor who can get the kids to open up and be honest about themselves and talk about the issues that's really going on. Maybe it could be fixed with just being open-minded and talking about it with someone else. So I think if all schools had a good guidance counselor, we see a lot less dropouts.
I think it all starts at home with the parents. It's important to teach your children that they are important, and every decision that they make from an early age really impacts them. I mean, once you start freshman year, everything from grades to your activities are being tracked. And a lot of people don't think about college. A lot of parents who haven't been to college don't educate their kids about college. And then they also don't tell them about trade school and how you don't have to go to a 4 year college to get a great job to support you and your family. So I think it all starts with the parents at home. And for high school dropouts, there's a lot of people who don't have parents and they're trying to fend for themselves. Even after the fact, I feel like you can always go back to school and get an education. So just educating people in the community, period, is going to help people because you can go back and get that GED at 30. And coming to
Hmm.
a place like MATC, we don't judge. So,
No.
yeah.
I think I'm gonna come from a different angle with it, just like on like I know a lot of people that just drop out off of disinterest, like just not just overall just not being interested in what's going on in high school and what's being taught in high school. I know I was one of those people, not a dropout, but like just didn't do well because of like just I don't care about anything that I'm learning. Like it doesn't matter. I know I'm not gonna come out and use any of this. Like you know, so I just think that maybe easy easy to say, hard to do, but like just maybe some sort of like in just making schools more like I guess in a way more like trade school, or just have that option for uh for kids that know sort of like the direction that they want to go in, and then obviously for those that don't, you still have the same regular like high school curriculum for them, like says obviously not everybody knows where they want to go that early on, but like just in case for you know again hard to do, but still like just I think it's worth taking a look at, just making most high schools more like trade schools, and that we got specific programs, different trades that you could go into. And I know I feel like in the past, like long ago, that was a thing that got taken on.
It
Good
it's
point.
funny that you bring that up because actually I went to a high school. I used to live in Michigan, and I went to a high school where starting junior year you could go to a like a junior college for half the day, and I went for cosmetology. I really liked it, but basically for what you were going for, if you did it your junior year and your senior year, you got all your credits for. So if I would have kept through for my senior year, I would have been able to take my board exams for cosmetology. That's not what I want to do, but I feel like that is a great opportunity for kids to know, like, this is what I want to do. And if I stick to it even outside of high school, I get better and better and better. I mean, when you graduate, you're 18, 19, barely. There's a lot of stuff you won't know, but just doing something that interests you. What do you think would have helped you get more interested in your classes when you were in high school?
Probably just always knew I was more of a creator, more interested in storytelling and things like that. So maybe like at my high school having like an actual like film, program or stuff like that with the stuff that I'm doing now, working with cameras and things like that. I know some high schools have stuff
My
like that.
my high school was fortunate enough to have a TV program there. That's one of the reasons I kept going back to school. It's not because the gen eds. I didn't go to school every day for my math class.
Right.
I went there for like the photography class, the keyboarding class, TV class, of course. Extracurriculars are um, fun above all else when compared to your econ class. So having that stuff available is important. My TV teacher retired during my junior year, and I definitely got some senioritis after that. Not as much motivation to like, oh, I can't make videos anymore. That's kind of a bummer. So having that option and giving kids something fun to look forward to is important.
That's important.
I think a role model is also a key
That's a
to
good
any kid coming up in high school because you can talk theory all day and talk to people who are just talking. But like my advisor here, Mark, I love talking to Mark about everything because he's literally done everything from television production and now he teaches. So I like talking to people who've already been there. So I know this is possible. This is not just us getting A's in class and then we get out and we don't have a job. Like, this is possible.
It is. Pursue the dream, guys. The dreams are real. Believe in yourself.
And that is going to wrap up the day with the catch up. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Erin.
I'm Patrick.
All right. And we'll see you again.
Thank you. See ya.